Hey guys, it's me, JCP. Sorry I'm looking not so cute. I thought I looked much cuter than I do on camera. Bummer. So I am back home, as you can tell. You can hear the cicadas outside. I hope you can. So I'm back home. And I slept for hours last night. So many hours, so much sleep. I don't know what time I went to bed. It was like early still. It was probably like 7, and I woke up at 4 a.m. this morning. And then I went back to bed at 7 and woke up at like 11. I don't know. I guess I needed that, you guys. So I am back home. Sorry. Excuse me. So I am back home, and I'm happy to be home, I will say that. It's good to be home, and this little man has not left my side since I came home. He slept with me all last night. Got up with me, got up with me this morning, and has been with me all day long. Hasn't left my side, so it's good to know that I'm missed. But this was a lot of firsts for me. It's the first time I was taking a trip on my own. I paid for everything, all on my own. I went by myself. My parents didn't come with me, and that's never really happened. I usually have a friend with me or a family member, and that didn't happen. So I was all by myself, completely alone, and it was sort of invigorating. Like, I didn't have to wait on anybody, which I hate. It's one of my biggest pet peeves, is having to wait on people. I didn't have to wait on anybody. If I felt like taking a nap, I could take a nap, and I didn't have to apologize to anybody. If I felt like going out and shopping, I went out and shopped. Like, if I went out to go sightseeing or go to a specific restaurant, it was all because I wanted to go. I didn't have to rely on anybody else. I didn't have to worry about, like, oh, how much so-and-so owes me from this trip or whatever. It was really exciting and invigorating, and it was like all my own, and I've never done that before. So I will be doing that again. I am very excited about the next trip that's coming. I don't have anything planned right now, but I really want to go to Louisiana. I want to see New Orleans, and I really want to go see the cemetery. And I want to go into all the stores for voodoo, and that kind of stuff excites me. So, I don't know if that'll be my next trip or not. I don't know. This trip was really for me to find out if this is where I wanted to be and if I could see myself living there, which I definitely can. I went to Nashville. I stopped in Cookeville, which was a cute little town. I was also in Hendersonville, which is a very big church-going group. Which I believe in God, and I have my own relationship with God, but I don't go to church. So I don't know. But I went to Hendersonville to put flowers on Johnny and June Carter Cash's cemetery on their headstones, and I left them flowers and had like a very emotional experience there. And I was also in Cookeville just because I wanted to stop there. My parents really liked it there, so I wanted to check it out, and it just so happened that later, like 2 minutes later after I had parked to check the place out, it was a torrential downpour, so I was glad that I stopped anyway. I also stopped in Knoxville and stayed the night, and Knoxville was nice, but I realized that that's not really where I want to be. Like, it was very collegey in one parts, and then sort of like dangerous, like kind of make me nervous areas. Not nervous, but like it just was like I don't want to say nervous. It didn't make me nervous. It made me nervous when I read the rules on the hotel where you should lock everything, and if anything gets stolen or damaged, it's on you. Like, that kind of made me nervous. But I liked it. I liked it in Knoxville where I was staying. There was nothing really around my hotel. Like, there were Waffle Houses everywhere, which, if you know Waffle Houses, you know that they're, like, cheap and inexpensive. They're not necessarily clean. Am I going to get in trouble for saying all this stuff? But it's the truth. Waffle House is where you go if you want, like, a cheap meal. That's just the truth. And it seems like every time I go to Waffle House, like, there's just flies everywhere. I went in Atlanta, Georgia, and I went to a Waffle... I've been to several Waffle Houses, and it's just if you want a cheap breakfast. Just cheap, quick, easy. So, anyway, there was a Waffle House, a liquor store, my motel, a Mexican restaurant, and 2 gas stations across the street from each other. That was it. Oh, hello. And so I was a little, I felt like I was a little, not stereotyped, but like just sort of like, I don't know, just like not a lot going on. So if you needed to go anywhere outside of that place, if you wanted to go to the zoo, if you wanted to go, I don't know, if you wanted to do anything in Knoxville, you had to get on the highway every single time. At least I did. So I was just kind of like, oh, I thought maybe they'd be like, you know, better. I don't know. But Nashville was definitely my favorite. Walking down the strip and walking past each doorway and hearing different music, and it's all beautiful and it's all unique. It just felt very, I felt like home. It did. It felt like home. And it was definitely a great place, and I loved it. I had a great journey. There was one thing that happened that I'll just clear up real quickly. I made a video, and I posted on YouTube just recently. In my video, I don't want it to seem like I'm making light of anything. I didn't know what was going on at the time. It was August 5th, and there, in one of my videos, in like a couple of my videos, I'm walking through Hamilton Creek Park or path, depending on what you want to call it. I was there, and I went walking through the woods, and then when I come out of the woods, there was an officer, a state trooper, Channel Super, and, was I going to say Super Trooper? And a Channel 4 news crew, and there was also a helicopter in the sky when I was taking pictures and stuff in the woods, which I thought was kind of odd. And then later I saw this cop put on a purple glove and start picking stuff off the ground and putting it in a baggie or whatever. So I was kind of weirded out and didn't really know what was going on. No one was talking about it, and everything seemed normal. There was kayakers and paddlers doing, yoga on the paddle boards. So I didn't know what was going on. My friend later posted on my Facebook that a teenage girl who was nannying for 2 twin 3-year-old kids, like toddlers, was in the park and had gotten raped. And I'm sure she's scarred, but she got away with her life, which is great. She apparently told the kids to run, and then went back to the house with the kids and called the police. The scariest thing for me is that I'm very grateful that she's okay. At least I hope she's okay. I don't know her name or anything like that. But the scariest part for me, and I know this will sound selfish because like it's all about me, but I'm grateful to God because I was alone in the woods by myself, unprotected. I had nothing on me but a video camera. I think my cell phone might have been in my pocket. But I don't know anyone in the area. And I was all alone by myself walking in the woods. And I mean, it just seemed like a normal, beautiful day. I didn't think anything of it, but my GPS in one of my other videos, I keep talking about how in this video how my GPS just kept like going haywire and being like, I wanted to go to a local shop to like get some gifts or whatever, and the GPS kept like taking me to this private residential areas and stuff, and it was doing that for like over an hour, and I was really pissed off about it, and I almost feel like maybe it was God's way of being like, you need to wait. You need to slow down, you need to stop, because if you go to the park, because I wanted to go to that park before, and I had missed the turn to go in there. So it was almost like God was like, Jessica, you need to stop. You need to slow down, or it's going to be on you. And I'm just so grateful. I hate saying that because it's like, you know, I'm so grateful that she got raped and not me. Like, it's not anything like that. I'm just so grateful that God kept putting roadblocks in my way so that I wouldn't go to the park. The scariest thing is that I read, this makes me freaked out too, is I read in the article that was online in the newspaper that he was driving a black car with tinted black windows. And I'm not even kidding you. When I pulled up into the park, there was a black car. This freaks me out. There was a black car with black tinted windows and black rims parked next to me. And when I pulled up and got out of the car or whatever, gradually, I like had locked the doors and was like getting my stuff ready to go for a walk. He took off. And there were other people in the park with me, the people who were doing the paddle boats. But I just was freaked out because I was like, oh my God, if I had, like, was that the guy or was that some, it just like freaks me out. It made my stomach just drop. So I'm just so grateful in a weird way. Not that she was the victim, not at all, but almost grateful because I would have been screwed. I don't anyway, so I pray for her and her family. Honestly, I pray for her mostly because I understand that must have been so traumatic. But, God, how scary. That's got to be scarring. So anyway, there's that. I don't really know what to say after that. But I pray for her, and I hope that she's okay. I hope that she's getting the help she needs therapy-wise to deal with the situation, and that she was a good girl for coming forward and being honest and telling the police what happened. So hopefully they can catch this guy. I hope to God they do. So there's that. But this was the first time I had rented a car on my own, the first time I had been on a trip on my own, the first time that I was doing a lot of things just solo, being on my own. And it was really life-changing. This trip was just awesome and eye-opening and refreshing. I think it was almost like what the doctor ordered kind of thing. I needed it. I needed it to gain something in myself for self-growth. You know, like, that I can do this. I can do this. Like, I can travel on my own. I can do these things on my own. I can do it. I have proof now that I can do it. And B, it almost made me, while I was there, it almost made me feel like cleansed. I don't know how to explain this, but I deleted 2 of my friends off Facebook, and 2 of them who I've had really good moments with and good memories with, but most of the time it was not so good memories with. And these 2 friends of mine have not been friends of mine. They have not been quote-unquote friendly. Like, they're not friends. They don't like anything. They didn't wish me happy birthday. They didn't, they don't make an effort to reach out to me. I'm always the one to reach out to them and pray for them. And I just felt like, fine, okay, while I'm here, let's clean house. So I deleted those 2 friends. I'll probably continue, but it just feels really good to let go of the negativity. You know, I will always appreciate and love the memories that we had, the good ones that we had. I just want to forget the bad and move on and just be on the right track. Just continue going down this road of self-growth and happiness and peace and gratitude, and be surrounded with people who are good. You know, they're kind-hearted and they really care when they ask you how you're doing and love you. And I just want back what I give. And if you're one of my friends, you know that I'm one of those people who, you know, I will go big thing for your birthday, and I want to ask you how you're doing, so I'll ask you, and I'll check up on you. If you're sick, I want to bring you soup or balloons. Like, I care. And sometimes I care too much about the wrong people. And I'm going to end that there because it's been 15 minutes, 16 minutes of your life, and I apologize for that. I'll make another video continuing where I just left off, but if you guys are interested in watching, if not, that's okay too. You got the gist of what I'm talking about. So, yes. Thank you guys for watching. I love you, and I'll be back with another video. If you feel free to watch that, feel free. If not, that's okay too. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I love you. Bye!